It's that time. Always that time. From warship to warhead.
That's right. Warship to warhead. It's going to be war tonight. More. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Victor Allen's New Sports. Here's Vic. Yeah.
I'm not going to drown you guys out with stuff that you already know, but I have to put my little flavor on it because it's New Sports. And since there's only a couple of us in the room, we know that whatever subject we talk about may be applicable to a title that it may or may not deserve, such as ballin', upset, letdown, whatever, big pimping, something for the ladies, and our famous one, AARP. I like AARP.
And Vic, you obviously are affecting people because I don't know if you realized it, but people were kind of tweeting some responses to this, even though I must admit PMC was out there having the Celtics. He was having a great day, so I wanted them to go on and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But they were tweeting and responding to you, so it was wonderful.
Oh, good, you guys. Hey, you know what? You know how it is. I really only going to be able to cover a couple of subjects here, but I have to say and ask the question: look, should I cover Chris Bosh return in an untimely way and then Celtics roll? Of course, PMC likes that. Or should I sit here and go, are the Spurs going to be closed out? Well, let me give respect where respect is due because PMC is all over the Celtics, so I don't know how.
And I told you it wouldn't make a big difference.
Right,
I told you.
Well, everybody knows this. You can't come in off an injury and all of a sudden deliver that hard. No, Mar, you can't. You
I
just
know
can't.
that too, but I also said, okay.
You disrupt chemistry already.
Okay.
And let me say this.
I wish he had been healthy through the whole time, but I don't think it would have been any different.
Look, I agree. I absolutely agree, but I'll tell you this much. One of the worst shooting nights from both teams that made it a toss-up to win because both teams shot only 40% from the field. So that means everybody was bricking. Now, LeBron stayed where he was a little bit, but everybody was bricking. So this was a toss-up where usually you have one team, high percentage field goal, the other is not. Now, Bosh comes back in. I said, that disrupts the flotation from the bench because it's a different thing. That didn't have nothing to do with the other people shooting bad. So here's my question. Now, here it is. It's the Celtics. How many of you guys had them penciled in to go to the finals? They were your favorite. Mari, did you have them?
No.
Okay, all right. I didn't have them.
No. I was rooting for them. I was what I said was that they were going to be in that position coming out of the East. That was third or fourth.
Right.
That's what I said. And I was also making the story of how that wasn't so bad.
Right.
But that's the best I could coax myself out.
Right.
I said they would be a reasonable, because we were arguing about how bad they would be, and I said, well, isn't it reasonable to get through round one?
Right. Everybody
or
picked
even
them.
2 rounds through,
Right. Look, what they've done is so smart. Slow the game down. Celtics are better on the grind than the Heat are. That's just the way it is. The Heat works with speed, quickness, athleticism. Celtics, if we slow you down, you come to our game. And a low field goal percentage game favors the Celtics because they get to slow it up.
But Vic, see, this is what gets me. That's all true. Having said the same setup before the year, we still would have said they were lost.
No way.
We would have said they were still going to lose. They would have said they're not going to be able to do that.
Right.
They're not going to be able to get these things done.
Right.
And we were all listing the reasons why.
Right.
They could. That's why PMC, I must admit, at least I like the way a lot of those fans, they say they're happy. PMC says, I am happy right now.
Right.
He said he gets to the finals, he'll be very happy, but he's happy already.
Right.
They've already had the season. I'm amazed that some people still say Danny Ainge is under some kind of pressure.
Right.
I said, haven't they already overperformed?
They have, and let's just give, let's give credit where credit is due. It's not the type of credit you want to give them. Let's just say this. Look. New York all in disarray because they're trying to find synergy. I'm not paying attention to you. And then at the same time, Chicago, which threw a total wrench in everything. I'm sorry.
I know.
You can't take out the best record in the East.
I do.
So the gateway opportunity for Indiana and Boston was like, you just removed an obstacle. Now, to me, timing with Miami was perfect. Can you win with the big two? Only the big two, because that's what the Miami Heat have been.
Well, no, but you could win with a good team that has 2 solid.
Of course, that's like San Antonio or anyone else.
It's funny, that was, people have these little saying things, but
Right.
that was one of the things that people used to say. You needed two superstars. I know exactly how they said it,
Right.
but you usually needed to have two of the premium people.
Right.
Usually at least one of the premium big men in the whole league.
Yes.
And then a premium scorer person.
Right.
You needed that to win, and
Right.
almost every team would have something like that.
Every
That's what they
team-
used to say.
Every team right now, probably with the exception of Miami, have a big three. Their big three. OKC, Spurs, Celtics too. Miami got their third role player yesterday. Unfortunately, it's going to take them
You know
a season.
what?
It's
Vic,
hard to
no.
do two.
Okay,
it's hard,
okay.
it's hard to
Vic,
do two.
Vic. You know what my issue is with you guys? You say that to me, and that it does such a disservice to the other Miami players.
Well,
For
not
example,
if they don't step up.
But
If
how,
they don't
wait,
step
wait.
up,
But shut.
they don't step up.
But Battier is bringing hell of a performance. Damn it!
Right.
Even when he doesn't, just the defense and all. I mean, this. I've been amazed by him this
I know,
year, Vic.
I know.
Battier is playing some
Bob,
hell,
the
and he
problem-
he always has to defend
Yeah,
the best guys
That's
on the other
defense.
team.
But-
Still, I'm just saying, these are all these things that to me I go like sing the song and that's what makes the team happen.
I know.
It is what makes the win occur when Battier steps up.
Right.
Chalmers, people sing his praise too. Upped his game,
They don't worry about
in the 20s.
They don't worry about
but
that.
20-some points a game.
Nobody's scoring. No one's doing any strategy against Battier, Chalmers. The other guy, I forgot his name. He came out. He's deep in the bench. Even Miller. They're not strategizing.
Miller's been
again
hurt
because they don't bring in that third effect like a big three. So they actually can strategize around. Wade and LeBron are going to have to take the meat of it. It just makes it an easier strategy. Now I agree with you, Mario. They can step
That all
up.
depends on how you play it. See, to me, I go like that. See, I'm too Popovich for that, Vic.
Right.
See, I have too much Popovich
You want
in
some
my
nasty?
mentality.
You want some nasty?
No, I'm just saying those are all things to consider. But when it comes down to it, it has to do with how the people step up. To me, the fact that you have Battier there
Right.
and what he can provide,
Right.
and the fact that Chalmers did
Right.
step up, to me that was proof of my point.
Right.
When you don't have this person, then it's a measure of what you do with that person. And I think it's always kind of, to me, the critics are so quickly to assume that your level of efficiency of your team drops off. And to me, when you step back
Right.
and look, that's the point I made about Bosch. I
Right.
said the team has performed all year when he wasn't there.
Right.
Why do people act like they're not going to either be able to perform
because the
when
regular
he's not
season,
there?
Because the regular season is a different monster, and Popovich just learned, and we all learned this. Every game is a counter strategy. When they got whooped, the Spurs whooped on OKC. They said, "Our nightmare is Tony Parker." Guess what they did? He says, "You know what? Change our strategy against Tony Parker. 3 games in a row. Look at the production." They said, "Notice what they're doing with Tony Parker. Hit the head." And everybody else starts crumbling. And they go to Ginobili. That's the alternative. And guess what happens? Put him in as a starter. I said, you disrupt the chemistry. Guess what now? You guys are limping. I agree with you, Mario. The problem is that they go strategically after somebody who disrupts the flow.
Well, no. This is what it really comes down to in those kind of situations to me. Depending on who it is playing, some people believe it's the strategy that did it, or just to me, most of the time I think it's not the strategy. In other words, they'll come and say, "Well, we did this and we did this," and I said, "What if it was none of your strategy?
Right.
What if it was just that night that guy was better, and that night that guy was better?"
Or he should have not stayed out last night.
Because I go, then the next time you do your strategy, the
Right.
same, and
Right.
the strategy has the exact opposite,
Right.
and you get your ass kicked.
Right.
Then you go back and say, "Oh, it was the strategy that
Well,
was
no,
wrong."
it's the
I go, "It wasn't
execution.
the strategy. It
It's
was
the
just
execution.
the guys just didn't pull it off."
Right. The execution.
You could have the
if you look-
wonderful strategy. If they don't
Mario,
do it, they don't
every
do
player,
it.
the problem that they got is, and you see it, you look at Popovich and you look
Yeah.
at Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
As soon as they see a player come
Yeah.
in and doesn't do his role,
Right.
timeout. They
No.
time out because they know, they say, you have just shown the weakness that we've been planning strategically and executing. You did not execute.
Exactly. But remember too, and I agree, they're doing their best job with their best assessment. What's always amazing to me, there are other coaches who do the exact opposite in the same situation, and who at times get wonderful results too.
Like the Lakers.
Like some people just leave them in and say, let it go on, you know.
Right.
Other people say,
right.
Well, I'm just saying, to me, and again, well, even if the Lakers, see, I can't diss that because the Lakers did, to me, way better than I was predicting them to do. So they came out to me, again, they're a team that the people in L.A. should be like the people in Boston.
Right.
They should actually be happy with the result they got with the first year.
Right.
Mike Brown.
Right.
All that, Vic, and they act
yeah.
like they're not. I'm going like, aren't you guys happy with that?
Right.
No. Okay, all right.
No, I understand. And look, let me just say this because we got to wrap it and go on. And I didn't give you the trending topic shifts because I think a lot of you guys already know about it. So, was this a balling, big pimping for the Celtics or a letdown by Miami? Now, you have something for the ladies. You have whatever. It's not AARP because the Celtics came up. So, what would you assign? Any combinations that's applicable? Was it a upset, letdown, big pimping, balling for the Celtics because they won? What would you apply? What would you apply?
It was big balling, and the upset thing, I guess, maybe, Vic, is just that. See, the reason why I pause is because we say upset because we didn't assess it correctly.
They were favored to lose. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
They said they didn't think that the Celtics would win only maybe one game.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So it's an upset because we assessed it incorrectly, right?
Right.
So it was an upset, but again, because I assessed it incorrectly. That's why it was an upset.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure to Boston, they have to feel like it's not an upset.
No, they're not even approaching it that way.
They can't. So
okay.
So but it's definitely big balling.
Yes.
But you know what? The big balling keeps shifting. This is what I love about the playoffs.
Right.
You guys, the big balling thing keeps shifting back and forth.
Yes.
Back and forth. That's what I'm loving. So there'll be some other big balling coming up. Tony Parker still got some balling in him. And so does Ginobili. And so does Wade.
Right. Game by game.
So come on.
I'm not saying that the Celtics are going to win the championship. What I'm saying is they caught Miami on a horrific night while they were horrific in shooting as well. Rare to have both teams shooting 40%. So we agree. Let's just go on and put it down as it is. Now let me turn around and say this. You know, we're going to talk about the Spurs, but I want to hit you with a couple of trending topics just to let you know what's in the mix. I don't know if all you golfers like to follow Phil Mickelson, but, you know, he removed himself or withdrew from the Memorial Classic. He was shooting about 79, and then he sent a message by text to the PGA. He can't deal with the cell phones. He says, police the cell phone. So what that's causing is people to have a flashback, so to speak, against Phil. They're going, get with the game. Nobody else is complaining.
Now that you let us know that messes up your game,
right,
we're going to come with it all the time.
I knew it. Rebel.
See, you don't do that. I can tell you any sports, you have to be careful. Well, all that stuff. Be quiet.
Yes.
Oh, then you're inviting it. You're inviting people
agree.
to do stuff
right.
to me.
Don't do that. And you start, now you know what category it goes under? Just as a trending topic, AARP, let down.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Now, it doesn't qualify.
Sorry, Phil.
I know. It just doesn't work. The next trending topic, Spurs on verge of elimination. This is a good one. This is a good one. Simple question. I'm going to come back to you on it. Do they close them out? But let me get the other ones. Number one, Sharapova reaches French semifinals. We have to say something. We just can't not report because Americans don't have any placement there. And the men are doing terrible. Man, this is about the longest drought that we have not been involved in reaching the finals. Also, T-Sizzle, Terrell Suggs, Baltimore Ravens, is out. Tore Achilles heel playing basketball, not football. That's what the people at the gymnasium who said, we watched this happen. He reported that he tore it while practicing doing drills. So the people who are working there said, no, we saw his basketball.
That's for the insurance.
That's right. So you know what's up. That's trending right now.
Oh.
Now let me just say this, Mario. When everybody's involved in the money around that, they all come around to make sure they protect you, right? All we hope for, there's no video camera of it happening.
I sure hope.
Hey, do you think anybody pulled out their cell phone to record T-Sizzle? I know. There he goes. He's going to look for it. So, all right, no problem. Let me go over to OKC. While you're doing that, here's my thing. Will OKC knock out the Spurs today since they've taken the mojo? Or do they bring the nasty? What's the chances that the Spurs are going to shut them down, bring it back home, and just clean it up and take it to the finals tomorrow? Where are you leaning towards? Who's the big pimpin' in this one, man?
I have no idea.
You got to pick somebody, man. They don't look too happy.
You know what? I have to admit, because I have I'm not really vested. It's a really weird thing with me this year, and I've been having because I like people on both sides. It's really Vic. It's really hard for me.
I know.
Like even watching Miami,
right?
And even in Oakland, I liked him here. I liked Tim Duncan and Tony Parker.
I do too.
Actually, it's more than that. On each team, I like 4 to 5 people.
Right.
So it's really hard for me during the game. I have moments that are like San Antonio that I have because I definitely like Durant and I love to watch Westbrook.
But I'll do something for you.
Man, it's hard.
I'll do this. I'm not going to say I hate this, but I have to admit I'm looking forward to it. I think OKC, as far as it's a team from the West, is the most exciting team as it relates to which team you go to see play, like Phoenix was, not never reaching the NBA Finals. That excitement of just offense, no defense. I like watching OKC play. Westbrook.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to have to admit I kind of go if you hit because Vic. I think Vic has actually captured it right. When I look at both teams, and I love you, Tim. And I kind of want you to have a ring, and you too, Tony. But see, it does seem more exciting to look forward to see OKC now. And I'm saying that as I'm torn because I want you to get stuff, and I'm thinking Oklahoma will be there. Dope. So maybe my boy should go to get this last ring.
Dope.
And then but I'm with Vic. OKC is more interesting to see. And the idea, another thing when I go, who do I want to see play the East? Not because I want to win.
All right.
Just because I want to see exciting basketball.
Yes, sir.
That's OKC again. I'd rather see OKC play.
Yeah, and no disrespect to the Celtics, but if I saw OKC in Miami in the finals, you're talking about a track meet, athleticism, no slow-mo. Straight.
I want to see OKC against Miami. That's what I want to see.
No disrespect.
And it's actually I feel the same way for Boston that I feel for San Antonio. I'm so pleased for you that you able to pull out this performance in your career.
Right.
To both Boston and to San Antonio. I'm so pleased.
Right.
I'm proud of you. I'm a fan of you openly because of that.
Yeah.
But now it's the finals, and we kind of want to see OKC versus Miami.
Now, I
don't mean I'm rooting for Miami.
Right, I know.
I mean, whoever wins like PMC. So if Boston beats them, I'm not in watching the game rooting for, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let it be whoever wins.
Right.
But I know the more exciting game in my head for the finals is OKC versus Miami.
So let's just put a future tag on it since it's a few hours away from now. Who's going to be balling? Big pimping, and something for the ladies. OKC or the Spurs, Mario? Watch this. Spurs don't get a lot of talk about from the ladies.
OKC, but here's the thing. Right. It is, I'm sorry, it's going to be a scratch.
Look.
It's going to be a dogfight.
If OKC doesn't wrap it up.
It's going to be a dogfight. I don't know if you can wrap. See, my thing is, I said a bunch of these are going to be close, and they have been close.
All right.
See, so I'm saying it's going to come down to my little things.
Right.
That's why it could go. It could go the other way. It could go the other way.
Let me say this. I like San Antonio, one of the best executing teams in the NBA. But come on, OKC. Just go on and deliver the goods.
Come on. Bring on Oklahoma.
Just go on.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes racing on the plain.
I didn't ask for that part.
Y'all sing it with me.
I don't want to.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes racing on the plain. That was pretty bad.
That's really bad.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. This is what people say when they say you can't see me. That's the LA Kings going like this. One more game, baby, and we sweep.
That's why you don't have the LA Kings picture there. So look, Vic says that's not an LA King picture.
I'm not putting an LA Kings picture in there. I just want you to know.
Vic.
Hey, look.
Where's the visual aids?
I don't need to give you visual aids. I think it's such a anti-story
for
the
I'm ashamed.
National Hockey League.
I'm ashamed myself.
And it's not about an LA thing. This is really about a team that is going. There's only one team that had a better winning percentage coming from a position of 6th seed. This is an 8th seed.
When is the next game?
I believe it's what's today?
So you don't even know.
Thursday.
That's cold. You don't even know. So you
think Thursday.
So okay, we got to watch some. Everybody, we got to watch some hockey.
So here's my point: if they win and sweep, undefeated on the road throughout the playoffs.
Man,
any team gets that
That's
kind of
what
love.
I'm saying. I feel
just
bad
saying.
that I haven't. I want to watch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch a hockey game.
Now let me ask you this.
It'll be like the third time in 20 years.
Yeah, I know so. And you got a lot of cats that's following him. Let me just say this: even Kobe's in the stands, and so I'm just letting you know you got some loyalists out there who actually watch it. Balling, big pimping. Is hockey something for the ladies, man?
Hell yeah, hockey's something. They got big sticks. Sorry, well, made sense to me.
I'm leaving that alone. Okay, I'm just leaving that alone. I'm just going. All right, so okay, I'll give you that. So we're
too bad there's no hockey visual
Right.
aid in here.
Right. I know. I'm not going to point. You know why? Because they're not getting any love, and nobody's commenting.
You ain't giving them no love either.
Just go look at the places where people leave their comments. I'm going because it's L.A. There's an anti-L.A. sentiment out there. It just goes that way because we are spoiled. We are.
If there's anti-LA sentiment
It
on
is,
this,
man.
then we deserve it.
I know.
For a lack of support
Right.
for our own hockey team.
Right.
And if you guys don't at least have some civil unrest when they win.
Right.
I mean, the Lakers get full-blown riots. Can we, maybe light a candle or a trash can on fire or something at least?
Look, I'm going to try to be
I'm not
there.
trying to incite you. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
by comparison.
Yeah.
Can if they win the championship and L.A. is not showing no excitement, no cars driving around, think you know how bad that would look?
It's
You go
gonna-
outside if they win and it's like everybody's like, hey, how's it going, man?
It just not getting the pub. and you gotta look in this day and age of sports. You have to have face figures that transition to social media. One of the worst things that's happening for the Kings or hockey in general, they haven't made that transition. Even baseball hasn't been able to do it successfully. Once they get there, it's on and cracking. But you know what? I want you guys to understand. I got to vote on Phil Mickelson here. It's simple. I already set the story up as a trending tweet. We're just gonna vote on it. Was this a letdown, not an upset, or whatever moment, big pimping, balling, something for the ladies' move when he sits back and complains about cell phones on the green? Did he go AARP, Mario?
He kind of looks, on this picture here, he kind of looks like that chef.
You're wrong.
That woman that...
You know what?
Anyway, that's not a good look for you, Phil.
Yeah, no.
That's Vic, this is not a good picture for him. He's either like he's trying to squeeze one out or something.
You know what? Phil is a good golfer.
I
That's all
think
I'm
it's
saying.
AARP.
It's AARP. It
And
is.
he's also a scapegoat. Oh, well, he said he had mental exhaustion. That's what it was. Thank you, Phil. They're taking no further.
Let me give you
consider the source.
Let me give you an idea what mental exhaustion is. I'm shooting a round of about on pace of 68. Do I have mental exhaustion in there?
Yeah, because you fell apart.
Oh, yeah. See,
so that's mental.
You was at 79.
It was mental and physical.
Do you quit when you're shooting a great round?
At 69 is such a wonderful number.
Yeah. Well, 70. You know what?
He could have stayed at 69.
You know what? Forget it. I'm closing out my new sports. Phil, man, I'm sorry. You have made a great leap towards people accepting who you are because you have wonderful stories of overcoming a lot of issues, family, and the whole thing. But you just took a step back. Don't rebel against the cell phones. It's not going to work.
All right, everybody. That's Victor Allen.
That's done.
New Sports.
I'm out.
That's right. Hot, sexily. There's the two-headed Vic. He gives you all the hot info on sports. You guys, be there, be square. Victor Allen, New Sports. Write him. Follow him on Twitter. Don't